Some other cut. Okay, well, let me get the New York strip. Art immediately says, I said we only have these. I said, no, you said that you had the smaller ones. So a New York strip is one of the ones you pointed out.
Welcome back, Motivation Nation. It is your host, Air Gordon. And here we are back for another one. We've been sent another video, and what we're going to do is we're going to react. That's what we do on this channel. We get sent videos, and we react to them. I give my opinion, and we keep the conversation going on down in the comments, and you guys let me know what you guys think. So if this is your first time here, feel free to hit the subscribe button. But with no further ado, let's get into this content.
So y'all, I woke up with this on my mind because ain't no way. Superior Steakhouse, Shreveport.
Okay.
Bring that ass right here. There last night for a birthday dinner. Sit down, order drinks. Fine. It's a steakhouse. Server name is Artist of the brown skin color. Art comes out and says,
okay, so Artist is a black waiter. That's what. Okay, let's just get this all out in the open, so we're all on the same page. All right, let's go.
when we go to order a ribeye, we only have the smaller cut steaks. Okay, show me what you got. Which ones? These up at the top, 3 of them. Filet mignon, New York strip. They were 8 ounces, and something else. I don't know. Some other cut. Okay, well, let me get the New York strip. Art immediately says, I said we only have these. I said, no, you said that you had the smaller ones. So a New York strip is one of the ones you pointed out. My daughter then says, okay, well, I just need you to clarify which ones you do have. Oh, well, he tells her that he has the ribeye. Well, sir, that's what I asked you the first damn time, and you said you didn't have them. Okay, whatever. So now he's a little upset because he doesn't know what they have and what they don't have. He goes back to the kitchen and then he comes out and says, I'm sorry, we don't have the ribeye. Okay.
Okay, at this point, we've had too much confusion. He's already started off being rude. So at that point, for me, where I am in life, it's time to get up and move on. We don't need to go any further. This is a restaurant. You don't have all of the food that's on the menu, and you have a very nasty attitude. I get it. No need for me to stick around, but that's just me. Let's let her continue because I will not tolerate bad service at a location or restaurant that I'm paying to be at. Restaurants are having too tough a time right now to have people in there that are giving you bad service. But anyway, let's let her continue. But I would have been out of there ASAP.
What the fuck I just said, you said. Moving on. So we switch up the entire order. I'll have the salmon then. My cousin, it's her birthday. She orders the salmon as well. Here come Art ass again. I'm sorry, we don't have salmon. So I said, well, what do you have? It's easier for you to tell me what you have versus what you don't have because obviously you don't know. I can't tell you what we have because it's too much. Well, it's not too much if half of your menu is not in inventory, okay?
Okay, see, you're fighting too hard at this point to pay your money at a location that obviously doesn't have their stuff together. I'm not going to go back and forth with a waiter about what's on the menu and deal with his attitude on top of that. Now you're fighting to pay your money at this location. Sorry, the food's not going to be that good. I don't care what you say. Because they would prioritize having the stuff there that they say is there at all times. And when you first sat down, they would have notified you, hey, listen, XYZ happened. We don't have this, and this. So if you guys came looking for that, I'm here to let you know right now, we don't have that. So, if you want to make other another decision on the menu, or if you don't want to eat here, I understand. That's the way you handle that. But the fact that you're fighting to stay there, this is a problem, ma'am. It's time to go. You should have been gone. You should have been gone. We got 6 more minutes of this. You should have been gone 2 minutes ago. And we're 2 minutes and 28 seconds in. 28 seconds into this. This video should have been done. Should have been over.
So he goes and gets his manager, who is supposed to be general manager, I'm assuming, Chris. Chris comes out of, Chris says, Art is one of my great servers. Not tonight, he's not. He's just frustrated that the kitchen doesn't have a lot of the food in stock. I said, that's understandable,
Hey, that's a Superior Grill problem. That's not my problem. That doesn't give him the license to come out and have an attitude with paying customers, and then he's working for a tip on top.
As a server, you don't take that out on the customer. This is supposed to be fine dining. Shreveport. He leaves, comes back, Art comes back out. He don't want to talk to me. And I'm fine with that because I don't care. He says, you have an attitude. Okay, so sorry about that. Chris comes out and Chris says, Art is one of my great servers, my best server. He said best. Not tonight. He's upset,
Well, that goes to show you the type of service that they're giving you. And that goes to show the type of servers that work there. If this is the best you got, we got a problem.
He's upset at the kitchen or whatever. Art comes out and tell me, no, I'm not upset at the kitchen. You have an attitude. Okay.
Ma'am, I have to say there's something wrong with you at this point. The waiter says that you as a customer have an attitude because they don't have what you came to eat. And you're still sitting there. Unbelievable. This is unbelievable. I gotta start to shift this on you. This is your fault at this point.
Don't worry about it. I don't want motherfucking thing from here, okay? Charge this drink and let's go. Y'all don't have shit, no way. Then we make reservations at Two John's. I love Two John's. I've been there before. It's been years, but I've been there before. Great wedge salad. Okay. Now, all of a sudden, Mr. Chris comes out and a steak can magically be cut from the back. I'm talking about ribeyes, y'all, what they didn't have at first. A lobster appears because they didn't have lobster at first. Everything just comes out when we say, bring the chicken, we're going to go to Two John's. That amazes me. So then Art comes back out to take this order, and I said, well, Chris said that you guys are able to cut the ribeye. He said, yeah, I'm ready to take orders. I said, okay, but you don't know what I want. He says, I do know what you want. I said, no, because I never got to place my order initially because you told me you didn't have steak. So I didn't tell you how I wanted my steak cooked. I didn't tell you what side I wanted. I haven't told you any of this. So how the fuck do you know what I want? I said, it's okay. It appears that you're overstimulated because everybody overstimulated these days. So I see you're overstimulated or whatever. He says, no, I'm not overstimulated. You got an attitude. I said, okay, so are you going to take my order? Oh, you want me to take your order? I said, you're the server, right? Chris doesn't say word to this rude ass server. Now, however, then you go back.
But yet you still sit here and go back and forth with this guy about your food that you are about to consume. I don't understand this at all. Why would you continue to argue back and forth with a fool and then feel comfortable for this guy to bring your food out? No, ma'am. Superior Grill, are we kidding? I don't care what they're serving. It's not worth this level of horrible service. And you're still sitting here going back and forth. So a part of you must like the back and forth of it all. You're enjoying this type of chaos because you're sitting there doing this. Anybody logically wouldn't sit there and go back and forth with a guy doing this unless you like this type of behavior. That's all I can deduce from from the story that you're telling us, that you like this. Because you should have been long gone. Long gone.
And you come back with the food. You say nothing to no one. You just drop these salads off on the table and walk off. Okay. So I get it. You don't want to talk to me. That's fine. I don't have to talk to you either. I just want my food and go on about my business.
Ma'am, you do have to talk to him. You do. He's your waiter. You have to talk to him. You have to talk to him to give him your order. You're going to have to talk to him to get your refills. You're going to have to tell him when you're ready for your check. You got to talk to him. That's your waiter. That's the whole point of going out to eat and having a waiter. This is somebody you communicate with to make sure that your dining experience is enjoyable. Okay? All right? If you didn't want to talk to anybody, you should have went to a fast food restaurant. Okay? That way you just talk to the person that's taking your order. And then once you get your food, you just go sit down and eat. Come on, man. Come on.
So after that, I think we can skip to like the tickets or whatever. So anyway, I never got my other drink. We get the tickets. One of the tickets said $107. The other ticket said $0. And the other tickets were correct. So I'm thinking to myself, okay, well, Chris saw that I had such a horrible experience. Maybe he just comped my meal. They go back there in the back and start trying to run the check for, well, they ran it for 107, but then they started trying to run it for $325. Why? Okay. So the manager comes back out and he's like, oh, it says $0. Well, first of all, typically, if Art wasn't so bothered, he would have bothered to open the ticket like a normal server to hand it to the person that the ticket belonged to, but he didn't do that. Art didn't do none of that. Art dropped them bitches right off at their table. Okay? So, another young lady comes out and he's standing there and she was like, well, can I get my card? Chris standing right here. He said, can you wait a minute?
Unfortunately, you have already established the fact that you will tolerate disrespect from this establishment. And the fact that the manager didn't reprimand that waiter and get you a different waiter, or he took care of you guys' order, let you know he could care less about you guys. And he knew that you will accept any type of service that's given to you. So, no, he's not going to respect you, as unfortunate as that is, because you guys never took the stance to get out of there. And once you decided that you were going to get out of there, you said they mysteriously came with the plates, and that appeased you guys. So therefore, this establishment feels that they can treat you any kind of way, and you'll accept it because you did. And now they've messed up the ticket, and now they're upset with you because they messed up the ticket. So now they're telling you, hey, you need to wait for us to get it right, because now they no longer have to serve you. You have to pay them now. So the power has shifted. That's why you should have left 10 minutes ago. Well, 10 minutes in this video ago.
Now, Art, some tables about to get to be flipping up in this motherfucker because now you did too much. Like, baby, listen. You chose to work as superior. Superior. You chose to be a server. Nothing's wrong with that, but you got to have server mentality, baby. Like, Chick-fil-A got this whole school I think they let people go to that you need to attend. And my thing is, my problem with Chris is any manager that sees that you're having an issue with the server would have at least took the liberty to say, you know what, let me just get you guys a new server. I would have preferred that. He didn't do nothing. Nothing. So Art tip from all the people that were at that table last night was a fat ass 0. And Superior, I'm never coming back. Ever. Food's good, I ain't gonna lie. Never coming back. D. Lincoln, Del Frisco's, Nick and Sam's would never, ever, ever let Art take your business down. So y'all, I will.
Well, yeah, I mean, I guess you're trying to say that Art didn't get a tip, but you had horrible service. So when you go out to a restaurant to eat, you're going out for the experience and for the food. And there's no consolation in saying Art didn't get a tip. Well, you didn't get good service. So therefore you didn't enjoy your outing to the degree where you had to come back home and make a video about it. So you didn't win. You didn't win. And Art's nasty attitude, he probably is used to not getting tips. You understand what I'm saying? So you have to start to get in the habit of leaving establishments that do not respect you and don't want you there. All right? But anyway, I think I've talked enough throughout this video. You guys understand my position on this. Get down in the comments and let me know what you guys think and what would you guys have done in this particular situation. But that's it for this video. I will see you guys on the next one. I'm out.